What is up, weebs? You're watching Otaku Collabs, and today we're gonna do an anime review on my new favorite anime, Sandland. I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna try to keep it spoiler free. I do have it playing in the background over there. It's only on episode 2, I think. But if you don't want any spoilers, try not to look over that direction. Let's get into it. So, Sandland, if you don't know, is the last bit of work that Akira Toriyama was working on, creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, before he passed away just recently. He had already finished this, and he also has a video game that releases, I believe, in April this year. But this anime was absolutely amazing. I watched all 7 episodes that are available right now on Hulu and Disney Plus. There will be new releases weekly. I think it's every Wednesday. The next episode 8 comes out on March 27th, depending on when you're watching this. But let's talk a little bit about what made this anime great. So from the start, the comedy was absolutely hilarious. I was literally laughing out loud watching this thing. The character dynamics, just the goofiness that was brought to it. It was something that Dragon Ball was good at, but maybe didn't put in the forefront. The comedy is definitely more prevalent in this anime. So you have your main character here, Beelzebub. He is the prince of the demons, son to Lucifer, who, if you can't tell, looks very similar to Dabura from Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, depending on which adaptation you're watching, the original, the translated, or dubbed, Dabura was king of the demons. In the anime, I don't remember them calling him the king of the demons. I think they called him the demon lord. But Beelzebub is the prince of demons. Now there are some variations between him and Dabura, but I mean, it's pretty close. If you take away the big horns and you put, the Majin M in his forehead, it's literally Dabura. I took a little clip here. I can't remember what this was from, some anime wiki or something. An Akira Toriyama Sandland manga, which takes place in a futuristic era. A character bearing a heavy resemblance to Demon King Dabura, named Satan in the Japanese version and Lucifer in the Viz adaptation, appears as the father of the main character, Demon Prince Beelzebub. Now, I can't say for a fact that it is Dabura, but it's basically Dabura. He only makes quick appearances. I might see some foreshadowing for him in the future. We're gonna have to wait and watch and find out. Beelzebub is accompanied by Thief, another demon. He's got a whole gang of demons, but Thief is his main guy. Thief was absolutely hilarious. He's just this old demon with like a young heart. They're also accompanied by the sheriff of a nearby human village. Again, I'm trying to stay as spoiler free as possible, but the 3 of them basically go on an adventure together. I can't say it enough. Thief was absolutely hilarious. I mean, look at this man. Look at him. Besides Thief, there are a ton of characters who are just absolutely hilarious. Even the main antagonist, he's kind of goofy. He does give off like some major Frieza-ish vibes. I don't know if you can see there, but he's got some Frieza vibes going on. Now, Beelzebub, even though he is a demon, he kind of has a pure heart. He's like a child in that way. I mean, I guess he is a kid. But they get into how old demons are very quickly. But he has a very pure heart and is completely against killing. He's got a great set of like morals and values. He only fights fair. As you can see here, in any of his altercations, he only takes it to the necessary means. He never actually wants to harm anybody besides what's necessary. Again, it's just absolutely hilarious. Now, even though he has this kind heart and pure intentions, there is some alluding that his powers have some malice to them. He is the prince of the demons. He still has to utilize the power of darkness. Now, besides all the pure heart and the comedy, there are some internal struggles that a lot of the characters are dealing with. This is like almost a post-apocalyptic time for most of the population. There is slight play with war and politics that really help you emotionally tie to some of the characters. Now, I originally thought that the CGI was gonna like throw me way off. There's a lot of anime that I stay away from when it's too CGI heavy or too 3D animation heavy, but honestly, in my opinion, it worked. The anime feels kind of like if Dragon Ball, Trigun, and maybe like the Borderland video game kind of like just had a crazy mashup. The pacing was absolutely amazing. The only thing I'm afraid of is that we're gonna run out of content to watch. There's action straight out the gate. There's action every single episode. There's comedy every single episode. It keeps you on your toes, and I can't wait to see what comes next.